Hi folks, I'm Doug at Dizzy Lizzie's and I have to buy tools. Now, I have to value the cost over how often I'm going to use them. Now, sometimes I think it's worth investing in a tool because I'm going to use it regularly. Other times I think that's going to be handy, but I ain't going to use it that often. So let's purchase it. And in these future videos I will be discussing or talking about the tools that I purchase from a place called Lidl, or other people call it the middle a Lidl. They provide a large outlet for a company called Parkside and they can produce all sorts of things, but I will be mainly focusing on the tools that I think, that might be handy for that price. So whether it be something like this cable stripper, £2 or £3, I really like it, and when I get round to doing a video on it, I think you'll be impressed. I also will be doing videos not only on hand tools but things like this, because a belt sander sometimes is better than a wheel. So I hope you enjoy what I put out, and here's the start of the first few things that I've purchased. While I was making this video or editing the video, I realised I'd forgotten to include a disclaimer. I am not paid by Lidl's or Parkside to advertise any of this machinery at all. One thing I will say is though, I do have the Lidl's Plus app on here, which means I can look for on their virtual catalogue what things are available and if it's worth going up there. Also, if you spend X amount of money using this app, you get certain things. Like recently I spent X amount of money on buying some bits and pieces and I got a free pile of a bag of jacket potatoes, which after I'd pricked them, covered them in olive oil, cooked them in my air fryer for 60 minutes. Beautiful. But anyway, let's get back to more serious stuff, which is about the stuff I've purchased from Parkside at Lidl's in the middle. Oh, and while I'm inside, I don't wear my hat. Here's one of the power tools I purchased. It's got a grinder this side. It can be turned over to a wire brush or whatever. But what I mainly bought it for was this bandsaw. Now, if you're worried about it, even in the instruction manual, it gives you the part list and somewhere where you can actually purchase more of these. But it gives you about 6 with the kit. With this, there is some assembly required, but it gives you 6 of these to get through. Now, I don't regularly use this, but when it does, it comes in very handy. It's for things like you're doing, instead of using the small angle grinder with a disc on it to cut to sharpen like a, see that over there? Hang on, can I zoom in? That there, yeah, you got a pair of shears. You haven't got an angle grinder. This is really handy. Once you lock the blade in, you get used to the motion on it, you'll produce a really nice edge for sharpening with these. But as I said, I only use it occasionally. It's got a bit of dust on it. I do put a cover over it, but it's another one of those handy tools. It didn't cost much. I think it was maybe 35, 40 quid at the most. But for the times I use it, if I use it 40 times and I charge them £1, it's paid for itself. Here is the information details on the back. Now, one of my purchases from the middle of Lidl and from Parkside is this 250 kilogram, that's what it says in the paperwork, and it's advertised as trolley. It comes with a handle, which is handy to pull stuff around on. It's got some locking wheels, but as you can see, I've added a strap, and to be honest with you, I should have added two, but it's a great way of moving something like this 5 kilowatt generator about, instead of trying to use a barrow truck instead. And I said, it makes it much easier. See how it's easy it's to just move around with one hand. Okay, you gotta be careful on certain things, like when you're trying to take it over the lip there, but it's still a lot easier than trying to pull it around manually. Yeah, probably years ago I'd be able to pick this up and think nothing of it. Now, not so much chance. Now, one of the pieces of equipment I've got from Parkside in the middle of Lidl is one of these. It's a voltage clamp. Right, and that's what it is. It does DC, AC, hertz, yeah, condensers, resistor, yeah, continuity, and ampage, and it's using the ampage. Now I've got another machine here which I spent 60 quid on, but this does condensers, voltage, AC, DC, hertz. Hertz is why I really mainly bought it for, also because it also checked condensers out, temperature and other condensed things. It was 60 quid from Amazon. That was the meter, the case, and an additional set of clamps and leads. They are the little ones where you pull it in, a small bit of cable, just clamp it onto there so you can get the meter reading from it you want. So I spent 60 quid on this and about £15 on that, and this does a few of the things that does. So why did I spend it out there? Mainly because of the clamp. Just the curiosity, seriously. £15, see if it does it. I want to check my van out, see when I start it over, because it's diesel, is it pulling this out or whatever. Just one of those curious things, and for that price I ain't gonna complain. But I will say this though, I actually returned this. That's why the leads up here are connected up, because I didn't RTFI. Read the flipping instructions. Yeah, it's a bit thick. Okay, there's okay, for English the English section is 30 pages. Right, the rest of it's in various other languages. Now, what I didn't realise is that when you put it onto the amp mode, the meter is automatically reading, but it's for certain things. So I thought, I know, let's test it out. So I put it onto my 2 kilowatt heater, I waxed it up to 2, hoping to see that it was going to give me a meter reading, and it gave me 0.0011 amps. Hang on, that can't be right. Hang on. Sorry, I was wrong. 0.011 amps was shown. I've got a decimal place it the wrong way. Well, that can't be right. Something's wrong. So I thought, I know, I'll go inside. Clamped it around the main feed of my house, and 3.5 amps? You kidding me? It was 8 o'clock at night. There was lights on, there was heating on, there was TVs, there was all sorts of stuff. And I'm pulling 3.5 amps? Really? So I returned it thinking it was broken. So I get it back, test it again, it comes up the same stuff. So that's all I thought, well, let's have a look. and it's how it's read up. Yeah, if you're using up to a certain amount of ampage, it will show this. Up to another ampage, it will show this, and it will change the display. So yeah, my fault. Should have RTFI'd, but it's just one of those handy things to have. But I said it does voltage, the hertz of the electricity voltage, condensers, capacitors, connections, the diodes, and the ampage. So not too bad if you're going to use it occasionally. But I said I only bought it because of the amp ring, just out of curiosity. Now, another purchase I got was a 1000-volt screwdriver set. And when you open it up, I've been told these are dodgy, so I never use them anyway. But you've got a selection of small, flat blade, small Phillips, all the way up to a reasonable size. And to be honest with you, for the price, £12 odd, it's worth it just as a handy home screwdriver kit. And if you have to take them out, you can just slide them back in so they're all held together. This is another one of my purchases from the middle of Lidl, and it's a combination stripper and crimper with some bits. Now, I think this was about £7.99, and I've been after some more bits because I go through them, and my stripper like this and crimper is getting a bit worn out. So for that price, it's well worth it, because I think just buying these connectors alone would have cost me over £10. Now, this is a different crimping tool set, and when you open it up, you've got connectors like this. And you're going, well, what the hell do I use these things on? Well, what it is you insert a cable into that, you then crimp it, and this has got a 4-star, and it really does crimp down hard on it. And then, when you want to insert it into something like an electrical socket, which has got a screw down attachment, this is one way of attaching it more securely than instead of just putting a cable in and the wires splaying out as you run down the screw, and you wind down the screw. So that's another little tool. I think that was about £13, but even though I may not use it, it was quite an interesting little tool to come across. It's a Parkside crimping set for ease crimping of wire and ferrules as per DIN 46228. 1,801 pieces, sorry, wait, 1,801 pieces. Another one of the purchases from Parkside in the middle of Lidl is a temperature gun. What do I want one of them things for? I'll be honest with you, I used to drink heavily. It's March, middle of March, and I'm seriously trying to cut down, but sometimes I wanted to check to see if my beer was the right temperature. So yeah, this was handy. But also I had the radiator, well, the heating system upgraded, and it never seemed to be hot enough. So I was able to find out that it was only going up to about 35, 38 degrees. But I always remember the old radiators in this heating system. Yeah, you could put toast next to it, you could put bread next to it, and it would be so hot you could put toast on it, and it radiated heat after the heating system is shut down, like a radiator is. Nowadays it seems to be, we'll keep it at a temperature no one can burn themselves on, and we'll just keep topping it up occasionally. But anyway, yeah, it was very simple how to operate. You got on, off, centigrade, Fahrenheit, and a few other different degrees and setting it up. But it comes down to basically you turn it on with the little light, and I am telling you now that the display next to it is at 16.1 degrees. Sorry, 15. So it's very easy and simple to use, and to turn it off, just press the button at the top. Let's see. that was another little purchase, just to be handy for sometimes, yeah, for that price. And if it's not that accurate, it's fairly accurate, but it's just not as accurate as spending a couple £100 on one. So, do you think it's worth it? Another purchase I might have mentioned in previous videos is my screwdriver kit. You've got electrical, yeah, don't trust that. You've got various torque, Phillips, other stuff in big sizes, medium range torque, Phillips, electrical, then slightly smaller, and then you've got the little bits. And you can see the ones I regularly use are these, and I don't think I've ever touched any of these ones because they're still clean. And then you've got your screwdriver bits down here, which are handy to have, and these are little socket connectors which you just put into a spanner through one of these adapters, or into your impact gun, and off you go. It's been quite helpful. One of the things I do like about it is this. I don't drink as many bottles of beer now, but it's quite interesting how they actually included a beer bottle opener in a screwdriver kit. Nicely hidden. Well, as all rustly planned videos, there's always one problem: the Extro. So anyway, I hope you found what I've told you about the stuff I've purchased from Lidl's and from Parkside. It's helpful. Now, can I get back to my macaroni cheese? Have a good weekend. Take care. Bye. Oh, that's hot. That's hot.